Hi, welcome to this series of videos. Now we have Fariha with us. Fariha, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what is your video about? What is your project about?
Okay. Hi, Dr. Lozano. My name is Fariha Ahmed. I'm studying mechanical engineering and biology at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. The research I'm doing is in the application of nanofibers in the field of wound repair. With the project, we use the confocal microscope a lot, so I made the following video to explain what this microscope is, how it works, and how it's used. This microscope is useful for a variety of applications and is especially useful when looking at samples treated with a bunch of different dyes, so you can see multiple colors at the same time. I hope you learn from and enjoy this video.
You did an amazing video, and I hope you all learn more about how the confocal microscope works and how you can use it to develop something new. Thank you, Fariha.
Have you ever wondered how scientists see and study the cells they research with? One tool they use is confocal microscopy. In this video, we will discuss how scanning confocal laser microscopy, or confocal microscopy for short, works and is used. Confocal microscopy uses fluorescent excitation to investigate the structure and properties of cells and other materials. The confocal microscope typically has at least one laser, which serves as the light source. Layers are rapidly scanned across the area of interest, line by line. The fluorescence detected at each point is measured and used to build a virtual 3D image. Because the laser beam's bandwidth is controlled by the source, regions of the cell that fluoresce under different wavelengths can be imaged with the same microscope and can be imaged simultaneously. The pinhole of the confocal device removes unneeded light, allowing focused fluorescence. Fluorescence is emitted from all material excited by the incident light, and the excitation light itself is scattered as it passes through the air, cover slip, solution, and sample. The pinhole is in front of the confocal lens. It blocks unfocused light from traveling through the confocal lens. Thus, the light that enters the confocal emerges near the focal plane of the lens, producing an image that is a slice of the object and surrounding material. These optical slices allow clearer images with finer details. In order to use the confocal microscope, samples must first be prepared. Cells can be stained with multiple fluorescent dyes that are applied either before or after the cells are fixed. Fixation involves washing the cells in alternating washes of formaldehyde and PBS, or phosphate buffer solution. Common dyes used for staining include Mitotracker Red and DAPI. Mitotracker has excitation and emission levels of 579 and 599 nanometers respectively. It is applied before the cells are fixed, requires 20 minutes of incubation to stain, and stains the inner mitochondrial membrane. DAPI has excitation and emission levels of 360 and 460 nanometers, is applied after the cells are fixed, requires 5 minutes to stain, and stains the DNA inside the nucleus. As seen on the right, the cells have been stained with both Mitotracker and DAPI. To begin using the confocal microscope, the sample holder needs to be placed into the microscope to start the imaging program. On this page, dyes being studied can be selected. This confocal can image cells with up to 3 dyes at a time. Here we have selected Mitotracker Red and DAPI. Next are steps to be completed before imaging. The area of study is identified and registered using the controls on the left. A slide is then placed in the sample holder. By pressing start, the confocal then begins imaging. Since the image is created slice by slice, this process may take a few minutes. Once the image is produced, this screen is seen. The level of magnification can be increased from 10x to a maximum of 180x using this magnification button and scale. Further adjustments can be made as follows. While the image may be moved in the visible plane using the mouse, the image can also be shifted using the depth controls so as to navigate through the depth of the image. This allows further clarity in captured images. The size of the image, the quality, and the aperture setting, which determines the amount of light let in, can all be adjusted. Furthermore, the laser intensity can also be adjusted. Using all of these controls, the quality of the image can be fine-tuned to produce high-quality images. After specifying an image folder and name, the image can be taken using the one-shot button. Series shots are when multiple images are taken at a time and are useful to create image series through the depth of a sample. These are all the images produced in a single shot. The first image shows all possible layers: phase contrast, Mitotracker, and DAPI. The buttons on the left can be used to toggle these layers on or off. This allows the production of clear images with or without DAPI and or Mitotracker. Today you have learned the basics of how confocal microscopes work and are used. Hopefully this will help you do your own bit of scientific sleuthing in the future.